The Nikki Glaser Podcast. The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Here's Nikki.
Hello, here I am. Welcome to the show. It's the Nikki Glaser Podcast. It's Monday. Andrew, new shirt.
No problems.
New to me.
You never seen this?
You brought this is the weirdest thing. You only brought so many clothes to the where we are.
Yeah.
Where are we, Cabo?
Cabo.
Why haven't I seen that shirt yet? Why hasn't that been in rotation? This is the last day we are here.
I found it folded under a bunch of
I knew there was a reason.
I think I wore it one other time. Mom's Deli. Shout out. St. Louis. Here we come.
It's cool. It's a good the mic
oh shit.
our pink mics match the print. I like the black and pink.
Yeah. It's
And
pretty,
what is your shirt, Noah? V over S. Victoria's Secret?
I think it stands for
Oh,
verse.
good guess. It's my old jiu-jitsu school.
Oh, V over S? what is it?
Vitor Shaolin. That was
Okay,
Yeah.
it's cool. That's a cool logo. Welcome to the show. I'm glad that we've gone over what everyone's wearing.
What the fuck are you wearing? I've never seen that shirt.
I'm wearing. It's not a shirt. It's a dress. It is
Oh.
from
Remember that dress from the
Lululemon.
summer.
It's
It's
a
a dress.
long. Yeah, I'm stressed. It's just stressed. It's like a long. Yeah, I opened my closet. I forgot that when I got here, I hung up a bunch of stuff like a real person does when they like check into a hotel for a month. And then I never opened the goddamn closet because I've never once
Dude.
put away things.
We're so similar. I did that right away. I put my pants in there.
Yeah.
I put my jacket
Yeah.
and like two other things and my nicest like
Yeah.
tennis shoes.
I've been wearing the same three things.
I've never
the
seen
whole-
them.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
opened the closet the other day. I go, whoa.
Yeah, it was like
Look at
finding a
that.
body.
Yeah.
I opened the thing. And it was like 15 nice outfits and shoes that I put it like
I was
delicately
like, who else is
placed.
staying here?
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're so similar.
And I did. So I like when I first got here, I put everything in the drawers, in the closet, and then when I would do laundry, I would put all my dirty laundry in this big suitcase, go haul it over to the laundry system here, do the laundry, and then just put all my stuff folded back into the suitcase. I like living out of a suitcase. It's all in one place. It all gets mixed up pretty quickly, but at least I know where it all is. I don't need drawers.
As opposed to what drawers in a closet are.
Well, drawers are no, because drawers, it could be in this drawer, it could be
I
in
guess
that
it could be
drawer,
in
it
six
could be in
different
the
places.
closet, it could be so many places. When you don't have that much stuff that it all fits in one place, it's just I don't mind it all just.
I guess my
a
only
goulash of
argument
clothing.
is you know which drawer has that actual stuff.
I abandoned my drawer.
same. It's like mixing together fucking
I'll go.
food.
This
Yeah.
is just gonna be the shirts that I don't work out in, but like aren't that nice, but are like t-shirts.
For
and this
sure.
is gonna be a drawer of my like workout, but like nice workout stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I'm working out in front of people or want to look cute when I'm running, this is like all my workout stuff that is disgusting, but that I can't get rid of because it's just so tried and true, and it's really all I want to wear. And then this drawer is for like things with frills on them that like I might wear like if I wanted to. I don't. And then I abandon that structure with the first time I do laundry, and then I just throw it all in like.
You know what I like? I like when I'll have like a pants drawer, and then I'll run out of shirt space, and then shirt space
Throw
will
in a
now
pant.
become inside the pant drawer, but just to the side.
Yep.
Tucked away.
Yeah,
and
I
now
go-
we'll start building.
This is where I put my pants and my shirts that I
can't
forgot won't fit in that other drawer. I'll remember that too. I'll remember that. That's definitely like I always convince myself. I'll remember this stack.
I have a
is
system.
for tank tops that are tie dye.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have one
What do
thing
you-
in that drawer. Yeah,
Okay,
go
so when
ahead.
you're just
Sorry.
keeping your stuff in a suitcase, like let's say you're just traveling for the weekend, what do you do with
Mm-hmm.
your dirty clothes?
I put them in a bag separate from the rest. I usually bring up a tote bag that's empty, or I usually put my underwear and socks in a tote bag. And so if the hotel doesn't supply a plastic bag in the closet, which some of them aren't now for some reason, hotels have made a sweeping change where they don't give you lotion anymore and they don't give you bags in the closet. It's just a thing that I've noticed. But yeah, I just always get a plastic bag and just throw them in there.
Andrew?
That answers that.
Yeah, and what I do, I
Put him back in
I
with
smell
them.
the crotch, and I go, "That's not that bad. I'll wear it again." There's
do you wear
sometimes I'll
underwear
smell my
with
own
your-
crotch, and I'm sure other guys do this, where you smell your underwear and just to see if it's still wearable, and it is. What?
No one does that with underwear.
Guys do.
We do it to see if it's clean or not. Like if I never wore it or I wore it once.
No. Guys will do it so they can wear it again. I think. I might be alone, but I'll die on this mountain that I'll fall off and smell like shit in my cool undies. So I do a smell test right by the crotch, and it's like Russian roulette, but you know exactly where the Russian is.
It's yes, it can be really bad sometimes.
Dude, and you're just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
All right, I'll wear it again.
Yeah.
All right, 3 more wears. It's already smelly, so I'm like,
Yeah.
no, but yeah.
No, but yeah.
No, yeah, but yeah.
No, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
love when
no.
someone says a no, but yeah. It's just such a.
I never said that, I don't think.
I've heard it before.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but no.
Sounds like Fred Flintstone.
No, I always smell my things. I'll smell underwear if they somehow like I feel like this pair looks a little dirty to be in the clean. I'll smell it to see if it actually is clean or not. But if it has any vaginal smell on it, it will not be worn again. I mean, I would rather wear nothing. I will never put on a pair. That is more. And I'm not someone who's like really scared of germs or like disgusted by things, obviously, but that to me, it just doesn't. It's not even that it's gross. It's just like it's like wet
in
socks.
jeans?
You want to know where I'm at? Where with underwear?
Even in jeans, I will go underwearless.
Yeah, even in jeans?
I would.
Oh.
You know what? Here's what I'll do. I would flip
Yeah.
underwear that isn't too bad inside out.
Okay. I like that
Can
hack.
you get into that? Yeah.
Yep.
Then you wear, but then I've said this before, girls who don't wear underwear and wear jeans, you better be washing those jeans every single day because your underwear now your jeans, babe. And if you wouldn't wear underwear every day, why would you wear those jeans again? You are getting stuff in those,
Yeah.
you're creaming those jeans.
But are cream and denim different than cream and cotton?
I would say no. I mean, yeah,
Wait.
cotton gets more soggier and
That's
denim
what
has
I'm
a more
saying,
weight
yeah.
to it, but still, it's going to be a smelly thing. There's something
Kind of like a
wiped on it.
paper towel is the denim and cotton is the
I wouldn't
toilet
reuse
paper.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like one absorbs
Yeah,
more.
you might use a dirty paper towel. Again, it's the smell more. It's not so much the look of it. It's
but I
the
don't think
smell.
denim. I think you could get a few, like one underwear wear.
I hear this, but I don't care. I don't want to wear anything that has any pussy smell on it whatsoever.
Well,
It grosses me out. I mean, I rarely have to smell. Sometimes I change underwear a couple times a day just because I'm like, no, I pulled these down and I was on the toilet too long. They're now old underwear. They're now like underwear I wore before. I can't put this would be putting back on dirty underwear as opposed to just pulling back up my pants.
also women on like guys boxers, even though boxer briefs are a little tight, it's a different ball game when you're wearing really tight undies.
Yeah.
Like if guys wore more tighty whiteys, they'd be switching.
and you
more.
guys aren't dripping things out of your.
Speak for
we have
yourself.
That's a good point. We have, there's we covered this on the Reddit dump last week where someone was like someone thought period blood just like seeps out all day long.
Yeah.
Like you guys don't even know what our vaginas do when it's not on our period.
No
I mean,
idea.
maybe you have some idea, but yeah, they're always like, they're living organisms.
Yeah, guys think that a vagina is like a tampon's a dam, you know? Like
That's blocking just this.
yeah, like it's a stream and a beaver just
Yeah, like you need
No
a plumber,
pun
like that.
intended, yeah.
Like it's just drip, drip, drip,
yeah,
drip,
yeah,
drip.
yeah, yeah.
No.
That would be a funny way to waterboard someone.
But there are times where
You like this pussy? Well, now you're getting waterboarded by
Yeah.
it with the blood.
you put a cloth over their head and just squat over their fucking head.
Give me the codes.
Man, have you ever watched someone getting waterboarded?
I've seen people try
For
to do
fun.
it.
I'm just kidding.
No, but for fun.
Yeah.
For
I've seen
funsies.
people do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like, maybe it was Richard Dawkins tried to do it. Some like philosopher tried to do it and said it was the worst experience of his entire, like he had no idea how bad it was going to be. There was some guy that did I want to be waterboarded to see how bad it is because you don't drown is the thing. it gives you the feeling like you're drowning.
It was
I wonder if you could
Christopher
drink
Hitchens.
water again.
Thank you. It was the guy that said women aren't funny.
Yeah, he was a genius.
Thank you, Noah. How did you know that? Did you know that, or did you look it
No,
up?
I looked it up.
How did you look it up? How did you Google?
I said philosopher waterboarded.
Yes. Fuck yes. I knew it was someone.
I would do it. I would see how it feels.
I would never. Would you ever get tased?
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if I have the heart for it.
You
but-
were scared to go swimming with whales.
Yeah, they don't have tasers. Be badass if they did. The old taser whale.
That's a evolution will lead to that eventually. If there's enough trash in the ocean, they'll find a way. Wait a second. You would be. Let's talk about some things that you would do.
Yeah.
You went skydiving.
Yeah. Check.
You bungee jumping. Would you do that?
I don't know. Part of me thinks I will do it before I die. It's not something that
Would Brenna do that?
I don't know.
She's a ledge head.
She's a ledge head in ways. She doesn't like water. She's not a water head.
Well, this isn't over water. Let's
Yeah.
just say this is over a
She would maybe do it.
crevasse.
There's a chance if I could do it with someone else that like is like, hey man,
Yeah,
You
you
wanna
need
be
a little
cool?
peer pressure.
yeah, you want to smoke this
Pussy
joint?
peer pressure.
Yeah, you want this? And I'm like, yeah, I do.
Okay. Would you? So far, the answers to this have been all no for me. Noah, I know you would probably skydive, right?
No,
Oh, you wouldn't. Okay,
never, ever. No thanks.
Would
See, why
you-
wouldn't you skydive?
'Cause
Back
my
to
skin.
you. Huh?
Skin, face skin.
Oh, yeah,
I would
yeah,
get
that's
stretched
right.
out.
It could be good for you.
No, it won't.
How do you know?
Because every time I see videos of people skydiving, their
They
skin
go
is being.
back. That's
I
what
know, but
women
just
want.
just because let's say I'm wearing a sweater, okay? Let's say I'm wearing this dress and I want it to be tighter, right?
It's a
And I
t-shirt.
pull it all the way back and I
Yeah.
make it so tight because I pull this back. When I let it go, it's going to be looser because I made it tighter. So unless you can make your skin go like this and hold it like that, this is making my skin looser.
You look like
Okay.
a
See
what I'm saying?
Sharpay.
Okay, but is there science behind? Is this like?
Well, you know what the science is? When you stretch your skin, it stretches.
One time?
I don't
You
want
think
to risk.
one jump is going to ruin your face?
Well, listen. You know how rocks are formed by the ocean
rock?
beating against it. I learned something in my chemistry class that I loved in high school.
Okay.
Every time you touch a surface, you scratch off or atoms come off of this. Right now, atoms are coming off of this. When I touch my computer, atoms are coming off of this that weren't there before of the computer.
Okay.
Just touching it. If I did this for 1,000 years, it would wear away.
1,000.
I
That's
know.
several.
But each one amounts to something.
Okay. So one.
When people are like, who cares? I'm just going to litter one thing. What if 1,000 people did that? So I'm saying one stretch. I've seen a sweater that one person stretches
Okay, I'll see that. That makes sense.
and it doesn't go back.
One hard stretch.
And I never stretch my face that much that the wind does that for what you fall for like at least a minute and a half. That's so long to stretch your face that way.
No, can you Google though? Like people that jump out of a lot of planes, does it affect their face? I'm just wondering.
I'm sure that they're going to say it doesn't because why would anyone do a study on that? I just know
Well,
what
you
I know.
thought of it.
I've never heard of anyone else thinking of this. It's just a thing I have. It's just a fear I have.
Yeah.
I don't want to stretch out my face.
And then
Unless I can wear some kind of like helmet.
I did it. I remember my face. I had video. I don't know where the fucking video is. I have
Your
it on
face look
VHS.
insane?
Dude, my face. I have a lot of skin on my
I
face.
know you do.
and-
Do you want me to
Excuse me.
read
You
the
tell me all the
results?
time.
Yes.
Okay. Skydiving, the new cure for wrinkles? Extensive
No.
testing conducted at Go Skydive, the UK's blah 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 skydiving center, has shown that
Those-
jumping from an altitude of 15,000 feet stimulates the skin to produce increased level of collagen, vitamin E, and other essential oils that reduce the signs of aging.
Still not interested.
You signing up now?
Still not. All of this, like,
Wait,
you
why
know
are
what
you
else?
putting it on a backpack? Oh, Nikki. Nikki.
Take the goggles off.
Going tandem. Yeah, I jumped out and my face was like this. Like it looked like a fucking like a scrotum getting in behind a gigantic fucking mechanical fan. Just And I fucking and I
Ew.
remember flicking off the camera like I was cool. You know.
But like your face could not.
Oh, it was disgusting. I was disgusted. I went with Rusty. Actually, back to Rusty, famous Rusty. Oh man, I talked to Rusty today, and I told him. This morning I told him how he's like becoming kind of an urgent legend on our podcast.
An urgent legend.
An urgent legend. Urgent
Sea
care.
urchin legend.
Yeah, sea urchin. And see no urchin, hear no urchin. Anyways, he sent me a photo. He's with Kanye. When Kanye was on his first ever tour in Tallahassee.
He met Kanye?
Yeah, he has a selfie with him. I have the photo now, but it's a very young Kanye, a little beginning Kanye, Tallahassee Kanye.
So it was after the release of
College Dropout.
So it's a young Kanye, but it's a famous Kanye because Kanye got famous right away during Dropout because
He was still doing like bar shows.
I'm sure that they booked the tour before.
Oh yeah. It was one of those.
Huge,
Yeah.
where he's like Olivia Rodrigo is doing like 2,000 seaters
Oh,
on this tour, and it's like she could do, arenas.
Why don't you switch?
John
that?
Mulaney, guess where he's playing in St. Louis? I want to go.
The second Funny Bone.
Yeah, in St. Charles. There's a picture of me on the wall there. I'm very excited about it.
I put one on.
Thank you.
Of me.
I told
Of me.
Oh, of you.
Yeah, it's cool. It's not in a thing. It's just a random photo
It's
in the
just
bathroom.
a Polaroid you took.
Yeah, it's under the toilet. It's cool though. People are like talking about it. Wait. Where's John Mulaney playing?
The Enterprise Center, aka the place where we went to go see the hockey game.
Whatever. We'll sell that bitch out.
No, I'm just like, that would be so awesome to play that. Like, the thing is, the goalpost always moves. There's no, like...
Oh,
There's
yeah.
always some, like, finally I'm going to get to play Madison Square Garden or something that I don't really care to play, to be honest with you. But then the next day, someone will be like, and do you know that Ali Wong just sold out space?
Oh, that's so funny. I was literally going to go, Joe Rogan sold out Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
She just sold 14 shows on the Apollo 80. Like,
Dude,
yeah.
I just sold out the fucking Little Dipper. Oh, you did the Little Dipper?
Yeah.
I just did the
Well,
Big
guess
Dipper.
Sebastian is doing the Big
Yeah.
Dipper, and he's doing 17 shows back to back.
That was the best.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
We go, how many shows? Like 3 or 4?
Yeah, so there
no,
was
17.
Yeah, we were in Atlantic City. I was
Oh.
headed to my show, and they were like, Sebastian's here tonight too. And I'm like, oh God, I don't even want to hear like how big his place is. And it was like, how many seats was it? Like 7,500, or mine was 3,000. His was 7,500. And they were like, yeah, he sold out a show. And I was like, oh, that's not that much bigger. And they're like, it's his 14th sold out show in a row. And I was just like, okay.
But in fairness, it's the same person.
And they're like, you
Every
almost sold out.
Yeah. Maybe if you sold out more.
Yeah,
No shots fired.
Shots
Sebastian.
fired against Sebastian. Don't.
Dude, I'll go there.
I love Sebastian.
Yeah, he's a fucking entertaining man.
It's so weird that I first met him at the Funny Bone in fucking Kentucky, the Cincinnati Funny Bone in Kentucky. I was
opened for
featuring, yeah, and he was headlining, and he was just like, he was so nice. But I remember I was at a comedy condo there, and it had flooded, and it smelled like mildew. Like it had flooded the day before I got there, and I got locked out, and I had to break in through like a window in the basement to even get into this fucking condo. And then I get in, and it's the mold smell is just, it's so bad that I had to go stay with a friend, because at that point I wasn't going to be like, put me up in a hotel. They would have been like, no.
I would have been fine staying another night.
I know. Feinstein. And I would have been Feinstein.
I would have been fine staying another night.
And
So what did he do?
I just remember he was very sweet about, like, he was just like, oh man, that fucking sucks. And like, we were just, I just remember just chilling in the back and him being so nice. And just thinking this guy is like, I was kind of nervous to meet him, not because he was like a big deal at that point, but because he just seemed like a guy, like based on his act, he just seems like very intimidating, I guess. But he was just so sweet. And he always writes handwritten cards to people. Like, I remember when he did our serious show, he wrote me like a thank you card.
Oh, wow.
Even after he was like super famous. I mean, he's just a fucking
That's such
salt
a
of
good
the earth.
move. I'm not saying that it's calculated on his
Of course
part,
it
but
is.
shots fired.
It's thank you cards are calculated.
Yeah.
They are. All of them are. And,
It's weird, too. He
you
draws,
can be
like, stick
sincere,
figures
too,
doing act
doing
outs.
it, but
Yeah.
there's a part of it that's like, now you can't be mad at me. Women who like constantly are like, I got to get them a thank you gift. I have to do this. I'm just like, you stop worrying about everyone being mad at you. You don't have to thank you for a thank you for a thank you. It's like, I feel like women more than anyone else, especially in the Midwest, are obsessed with making sure other women like them and like don't have one up on them. Well, I got her that so she can't say that I didn't try. Like, can we just stop? Why do you even want to impress this person?
Also, you know what else I think?
We got to go to break. Let's hear it when I get back.
Columbine.
What do you think, Andrew?
Ooh, we're back. I know you guys are on the edge of your pussies. So I want to say that, what was I thinking? What were we just talking about?
One-up
Thank you
is
cards.
Oh, yeah. If I had a wedding, right, and then I had a great honeymoon, and then right when I get back, I got to send fucking 300 individual thank you cards.
Your wife does. Your wife does. Men don't do it. But yes, I understand. If you were a woman,
but I was
and had to get
talking
back.
for a woman.
Okay, yeah.
And I was going to say.
Women live in a constant state of, they're going to be mad at me.
Yeah.
They're going to think this about me. And I don't live in that anymore.
Copy and paste it.
And maybe people, like, I bet I don't always come off great to people because I'm not overly, like, trying to manage how people, I just want things to be sincere. Like, I'll thank you if in the moment, if I'm grateful or like, or I'll send an email or else, I don't know. I just think doing things so that someone else isn't mad at you is not the reason to do anything.
Yeah.
Because
that shouldn't control your
They
behavior.
shouldn't be mad at you if your intention is always good. If they're mad at you, that's their shit. Because if I don't send a thank you card because I thanked you profusely when I got the present, gave you a hug when I left and was enthusiastic about it, and next time I see you, I'm going to tell you how much I liked it. If you're mad at me because I didn't send you a fucking card, that's on you, bitch.
And you know what I do? Is I don't even get them a present because then they don't even have to worry about sending me a thank you because there's nothing to thank you. I gave someone $20 cash for a wedding.
You have a year.
Huh?
You have a year.
To give them more? That's all they get.
To give a present.
That's all they get. $20 cash. They're rich.
No. Yeah, I mean, I just hate obligations or things that are just like, that's just tradition. That's just the way it's done.
Oh, here we go. The collared shirt.
I don't like the way it's done. Yeah. Things
so we went to play golf. Me and Robin went to go meet you to play golf
on Friday.
Hit balls. Just hit
you were
balls.
Hitting
Not
balls.
even on the actual course, but yes.
And we show up, and no one's told me to bring a collared shirt. Robin claims that she knew we had to wear a collared shirt. I'm like, then, bitch, why didn't you tell me to wear one?
First of all, that bitch wore no collared shirt and got to hit balls last time.
Yeah, when she went with you alone.
Yeah.
So we get stopped immediately. Like, you can't.
And that's my boy, too. That was my boy there. And it was pretty annoying that I was like, come on, dude. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, you've been
and
playing there for so long.
He's really stuck to it. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like,
yeah.
What am I, just money to you, you fucking asshole?
So, yeah, your boy says we can't play because we don't have collared shirts, which it infuriates me because this golf course is not that nice, by the way.
What?
It isn't. It has patchy grass. There's
Nikki,
no like.
I've seen a lot of golf courses. This is like top
for
10%.
Cabo though.
Even for Cabo, this is Robin coming out of you. She's addicted to Palmilla.
Robin said it was nice. I did not.
No, Robin said it was shitty compared to Palmilla. Whatever. Point being is, it's a nice course. It really is.
It's a nice.
It really is.
Well. It didn't strike me that way. There was just dust everywhere. It was not even clear where the entrance was. I had to walk around like a. I did. I'm not kidding you. There was no sign.
But we're literally hitting golf balls over a cliff, looking at whales swimming. Like,
just because it has a nice location doesn't mean it's nice itself.
I know, but I'm telling you, it's not. Anyways, point being.
I will just say I've been to golf courses with you, and there's not that much patchy grass. There's usually tees. There's like designated greens. This was just one swath of grass that had no designated like space for like, this is where I drive. This is where I drive. There's no like.
Oh, I see.
There's no.
But that's how it is in nicer clubs. There's no like set boxes. That's more of a public thing.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
it's like eating at Outback, and it's like,
regardless,
you're there.
A collared shirt is the most elitist, dumb bullshit. Does it help you play the game more? I understand if that's a reason for it.
No,
of course not. Are collared shirts a thing that men typically own and women don't as much? Yes, it is. It's a sexist, and and I have to now go. Andrew's like, I'll buy you a shirt. I'm like, I will.
But here's the thing.
I burn that shirt. I don't want anything to do with this place. I hate this place. It's about, let's get white. It's white men. It's just like, we are rich men. And if you don't have because collared shirt equals rich for some reason to these fucking idiots. It infuriates me.
But why is it different than a jersey? Why is it different than like a hockey jersey or like a
well, because if
jersey?
I go to the fucking rink, they're not like, you got to put on a basketball jersey or you have to put on a hockey jersey to play. I'm a normal person who wants to swing a club at their place and pay to do it. And because I don't have a certain shirt on,
yeah,
it's insane.
No, that happened to me. I same club. I went there, but I was wearing like a workout shirt, but like a Nike workout shirt. Which, by the way, a lot of guys on tour now wear shirts that aren't collared.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are we doing here? I get it. I hate tradition too. You have to wear like, there's some places where you got to wear all white to play tennis.
It's tradition of white people are better than black. It's a tradition that is based on when black people couldn't go to country clubs. I guarantee you.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
It's one of those leftover rules that's like, if we hold on to this, they won't take it from us.
You keep out the riffraff or whatever. Yes, I get it.
It's just laced with racism and misogyny. I don't like it. And it just like, it felt like, it felt like one of those Pretty Woman moments of like, oh, big mistake, huge. I would have spent $15 to hit some golf balls for 5 minutes. Like, it just felt like it angers me so much. And I understand, like, sometimes you go to a restaurant and they're like, you need to wear a sport jacket. Okay, a restaurant, they're making gourmet. I hate that shit too.
But that's even the same kind of shit.
I went to that place,
That's
Louis. I
shit.
refuse to go back to Louis in St. Louis and if I do go there, I've been there once since I was so upset about it. But I made a big scene of it. The fucking waiter has to come over and read the board to us and tell us every little ingredient. It's all this pomp of like, and this fork is for this, and it's just like, we're just Americans who like to eat slop. I was digging a hummus container with my finger 3 hours ago. You don't have to treat me like I'm the Queen of England. This is all so rich people can feel rich, and I don't like it.
I get you. I got you. But you also don't want there, without it coming, like, I don't think it's racist, but you also don't want like people in jeans and t-shirts playing golf. It's just a look that just, it's not like athletic. You just want,
but why?
There's got to be some kind of.
But here's the thing, then raise your prices, and people who care enough to dress up for it will dress that way.
But I also do want it to be, I do think that golf is still very much a rich person's sport. And I do want it to be more open. Like if I did have like an opportunity.
Think about people who like golf versus people who like basketball. Like basketball is such a cool sport, inclusive.
But you still have to wear basketball clothes while you play basketball.
No
That's the
one's
idea.
going to kick you off a court for wearing jeans if you go
but
to
you
play.
just would play shittier. And
of course, but collared shirts don't make you play better, Andrew.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying I'm saying with golf, because it's not as athletic and whatever, you could get away with wearing jeans and a fucking, I don't know,
you should be able to play
just
golf
basketball
in
jersey
jeans.
And play golf.
You should be able to.
Look, people are wearing.
You have to dress like a fucking dork to play golf. It doesn't make sense. Like
what's interesting is people wear Jordans now that were turned into golf shoes. Mm-hmm. Talk about like a full like 180 of like. Now that's fine. We could do that with rich shoes. I don't know. Anyway.
I know. I'm sure that people who are, who aren't white girls experience so much more of this stuff everywhere they go, where they're just like, that's slightly just made to keep me out, that I don't even notice. But this one was very egregious to me, and I'm not standing up for like myself as much as like, this is overall a racial thing, I think. And I'm not trying to say that I'm like the most woke fucking person, but there's just a tinge of like, it's about rich. And rich to me equals race, like back in the day, Yeah. Anything that rich people get treated like better than everyone else in terms of like, even I hate when I go to like the Ritz-Carlton and like people come up and are like, ma'am, like your Perrier, and they like show it to you, or they have like a special way of opening it. It's just like, I don't need all of this. I get people like luxury, I guess, but I just find that so much of it is there's no purpose for it, you know?
Yeah, I'm just
Tasting wine. People that swirl around their fucking wine before they say, oh, yeah, these fucking jabronis who pick out a wine on the one day they go out for Valentine's and they order a wine, 3 from the top so that it's like, I'm spending a lot, but it's not.
Or 3 from the bottom.
3 from the bottom.
That's the smart, unless there's only 3. But
and then they swirl it around and taste it like there's any way they would fucking know if it wasn't good or not.
What is that? A
I would
tint
love
of a
to
cunt?
do a test where it's a bad wine. Like by the way, all wine is disgusting.
Isn't it funny
and
to be like,
no one really likes
what do I
it.
taste? Oh, I'm a pretentious
Don't at me.
asshole?
Yeah.
What is that?
But like,
What
would
is
you
that?
like to give people who are doing that little first test just some bad
Dog
wine?
piss? Dog
yeah,
piss?
and just yes.
And then them being, but it's at the top. You just fill up a bottle with dog piss, and then
Yes.
they go, "Oh, what is this? Swiss
and
Alps?"
they go, yes, I'll have more, and they sign for please more. It's all just made so people can feel, even flying first class. It's you just go, I don't need this. Like
It feels good though. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I got to lay down on that one flight fully,
laying down is different because that is actually a thing that feels good. Someone handing
all that
you
extra
a
shit. It's
rag,
just laying down. Just laying down.
or calling you ma'am. All those things. I mean, there's just things about etiquette for rich people that's based on plantation style servantry and like the way slaves used to have to talk to their plantation owner. That's carried over, so rich white people could still feel a little bit better than the rest of people.
Yeah, it's entitled fucking unaware motherfuckers. I get that. And I'm not like completely going,
man.
"Oh, we need collared shirts." I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that like
But it's so rare you encounter something that dumb.
yeah, I mean, you're not going to wear
Is
fucking
Adam Sandler wearing a collared shirt to go play?
He'll probably throw on some shitty collared shirt just to show that he's an all-American guy worth $9 billion.
Yeah. Let's get to the news. I was so mad.
It was
You
great.
heard it here first. Yeah, you heard it here first.
Oh boy, it's Monday. You know what that means, folks? It's Monday. Hope you're having all the swells there. We are. We're both in collared shirts, or maybe we're not. Check out our YouTube page to see and find out.
I think we already covered that we're not.
Huh?
Nope.
Oh yeah, at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wardrobe check.
Wardrobe. So
What?
I don't know. Sometimes you give me a pensive look, like I can't believe I've let this person in my life.
No, that wasn't a look like that. I was just looking at you, waiting for you to do the news, and then I forgot that we stole that job for you.
Oh, by the way, can I just, because I've gotten messages.
Noah did not steal your job.
You weren't like, Andrew, you can't read that well, even though you've said it. But this wasn't the reason why Noah got the job. People think that you took the job from me. Like,
Really?
people are like writing me and like, I can't believe you don't do the news anymore. It's like, no, I don't want to do the news.
People are telling me, thank you for taking the job from Andrew. No, they're not.
No, I'm sure like 4.
No, they're not.
Oh.
But no,
Anyhow.
we gave it to Noah because you look down too much. And because we want to include Noah more, and I like having us have both the reactions to the story.
I love it.
I think it works better.
I do too.
Yeah,
Things
like,
change
both are
sometimes.
good.
People hate change.
But people wanna
But did you
fucking
realize
put
when you
something
first
on it.
listened to the show, you had no idea what was going to happen? Things that changed from the show, whenever things change in life and people go, I want it back the way it was. The way it was new to you at one point.
Yeah.
Collared shirts were new to you at one point where you go, oh, I got to wear, okay. That was a new novel thing. And if we go away from that, get used to that new thing too.
Who knows what's next?
When I go on shows, I always say this whenever I go on shows and people don't know, like I'm on a show that is too famous for me or something, people go, who is this?
Oh, it's every
Who is
shit.
this girl?
That's just me getting a fucking sandwich.
Right. Who is this guy? Were you born knowing who Tom Hanks was? Did you come out? There was a moment where Tom Hanks was who is this guy?
I gotta be honest, I knew.
You gotta learn who people are. Stop that who is this shit. It's so weird. I don't know why I'm angry today. Okay, Noah.
No, it's fun angry though.
All right.
Fangry.
Fangry. That sounded bad. Fangry.
A Florida man
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
in a porta potty gets crushed to death by a bulldozer.
Oh no.
He's shit out of luck.
The 43-year-old man was killed on the job site. The bulldozer operator had been driving his rig up an embankment at the time, but his view was partially blocked by the machinery's elevated blade. The freak accident happened as employees were putting away equipment preparing for the end of the day.
Oh, he just finished the day. He was probably like, can I hold it till I get home? Nah, I'll just go real quick and take a quick piss. And so it ran over it, or like the
bulldozer hit the porta potty and crushed it, and the operator didn't know that it was in the way. So when he came out to check if anyone was in there, he found his coworker.
Wait, what do you mean the operator didn't know? It was
So when he smashed it, he's like, oh,
bulldozer.
fuck. And he goes, I hope no one was in there. And he goes over to open it. You know how hard that would be to walk over. Like, you ever done something and you're like, God, I hope when I pull it back,
Of
it's not
course.
going to be something. And it just, oh my God.
I wonder I guess he's at fault. I hope he doesn't. I don't know. Those are like
No,
one
this
of those
sounds like an
things-
accident for sure.
Yeah, but accidents are
Can
still
yeah, it's still
guilty.
manslaughter.
Yeah.
Can you even, like,
Think
okay,
of shitting in a porta
would you
potty?
rather die from a great white shark
Yeah, I was thinking the
or
same
porta
thing.
potty?
I really was thinking the same thing because I was thinking how much we give, because this story's so hilarious, just a line.
Yeah.
Great white shark, also kind of funny too, but
We
but
got
like, but it's hard to get, like, Florida man crushed by bulldozer in, like, it's just like a made up sentence.
Oh my God, it's like you getting a DUI on a jet ski.
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of Florida things together.
Exactly.
Would I rather die in I think I'd rather get crushed by a bulldozer.
Wow. See, I would rather shark. Noah, what would you rather?
Probably a shark, just because I've never been in a porta potty that doesn't smell like crap.
Yeah, I would
just a
hate
bad
to
way to
die.
Oh.
Like, just the first thought, if you're getting crushed, would be like, I don't want the sides of this touching me. Oh no, they're touching me too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it would
I'm going to
be
get shit all over me while I die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But-
like, also being crushed to death just sounds like the worst death ever.
I feel like you die quicker, though, than a shark bite. I mean, it's cooler to probably die by a great white shark, but a
Yeah.
bulldozer is kind of the great white of vehicles.
Oh my God. Do you ever realize you have to die someday and you just go, fuck?
Sometimes.
I've been having that thought a lot. I think getting a little bit older, I'm
Yeah.
turning into like the way you were.
Oh, boy.
I'm
Don't
not
go there.
exactly, but like, I just start thinking about, like, the other day I was Googling some sort of thing to be like, what are the first signs of it? Like,
Probably
that's
you forgetting what you Googled.
that's a good point.
You're dead.
I didn't want to say what I Googled because I just don't want to scare other people.
What did you Google?
No, I'm not going to.
Why? We
My
always
biggest
scare people.
biggest fear is getting ALS.
Oh.
Or
Alice?
Huntington's disease, or one of those ones that, I mean, and honestly, it's not my biggest fear, because if I did, I would have a plan to go like euthanize myself, or I would absolutely kill myself before it got too bad. Even like Alzheimer's. But the thing about Alzheimer's, it starts to take your mind before you can get the plan. Like,
Oh, yeah.
as soon as you'd want to enact the plan, you forget that you had a plan. So that's when you got to tell other people, hey, will you do this for me? It's awful. If you've ever lost anyone to any of those things, I'm so fucking sorry. But, you know, yeah, sometimes I've been looking up grim stuff lately. Can I just tell to everyone right now, safety measure? If you're ever...
In a porta potty?
No, porta potties are safe. I think this is not something I read about often. If you ever are by a seascape and you want to take pictures on on rocks, just know that even if you've been looking at those rocks prior to going over, waves a lot of times don't, like, big enough waves that would like pull you into the ocean only strike sometimes once an hour or something. So you don't know what those waves are capable of doing out there. A big ship could, I don't really know how the ocean works, but I just know that so many people get swept to their death on those rocks trying to get a picture. Those ledge heads out there, please watch out. And I always think, well, I'd be a good swimmer if I got sucked in the ocean. The thing that happens is you get knocked unconscious when you fall. And then you're no swimming, and then you just drown. And so just be careful. Just err on the side of taking it very far away, because you don't know. Even if the waves look so safe, please
Can we
don't.
on our YouTube write caution and then whatever you just said, like all of it together? I just would love to see that. Not like closed captions. I want to see that, like, warning.
The
If
whole
you're
thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see. Do you ever see your captioned out thing and you realize how many ums and likes and just bullshit sentences you start and then interrupt?
My whole fucking
Do you ever
beginning
listen to
of
Sam
my
Harris and
podcast.
realize he never
He
says
never once.
and never says like, and it's so just he talks in a way that uses the best words and he never. I'm going to try to go the rest of the podcast without using any false started sentences.
You're going to talk way slower. I mean, that's the other thing. We don't talk slow. We're very quick off our feet. So
Maybe talking slower would be advantageous to me. Who knows? Okay, let's get to the next story. I'm so RIP to that man.
by the way, can I just say one more thing about this dying thing? If you're 80, I hate when people go, "Oh, they were 85." You know, "Oh, they were due." You know, imagine
Yeah.
being that 85-year-old and being like, "No, I'm not. I know I'm 85, but I'm not gonna I'm just not ready to die just because I'm 85." You know, we always like go, "Oh, they're 90. It was their time."
Yeah, when people's grandmothers die, I'm always like, I'm sorry. But if it was their mom, I'm like, no,
Yes.
because of youth, more so than it was.
I was thinking
someone
about
more
that the other day because I
further
was like
removed.
writing that thing about my grandma being 100, and I was like, "Oh, she was 100 though." You know?
Yeah.
it's fine. She wasn't like sweet.
I'm telling you, read that book called On Living by Carrie Egan. It talks a lot about people at the end of their life and how they don't want to. A lot of them don't want to die, and a lot of them are ready to die.
I feel like I heard
What?
some ums being taken or whatever your filler
I'm
word.
trying. I'm just
No,
taking
did
a
you feel
breath.
that the filler going like inside her?
It was the same sound that someone makes when they see their porta potty being crushed slowly around them.
I don't know if you see that.
What's your false starter? Yours is like an would you say?
Mine is to restart the sentence and also like.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Andrew,
I
what
believe are
what's
mine.
yours?
Probably likes. I'd probably say like a decent amount.
I always say okay. And I noticed every time I edit the podcast, whenever I read Fanthrax or something, I always start with okay.
Yeah, I hear that too. But I think that okay is okay in that scenario because you are responding to me saying next one and you go, okay,
Yeah, that's what I would think too.
right? So who
Thanks.
knows?
Like
maybe
literally.
maybe our fans will let us know, but I also don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't
wanna
either
know.
because I'll think about my speech.
Okay. Next story.
Okay.
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 Okay, so a woman shared on TikTok her doorbell camera capturing a real estate agent showing her home that isn't for sale. She shows the man ringing her doorbell. Once the client arrived, he went to the back door and she set off the house alarm. He then appeared
God.
to open the front door. The homeowner said after, she called the cops and stuff, "I don't believe that they were casing my house or trying to sell my house from under me. He did seem sincere." She also revealed that the agent explained that it was an accident and he was supposed to be showing the home next door. And he added that the neighbor told him to go through the back door.
Oh yeah, this is a classic just wrong house.
Yeah, I
Case.
mean, he did sell it though.
Thank God it wasn't a hitman. It was a real estate agent.
I've thought about selling my brother's Hamptons house when I was out there, just being like, "Don't tell anyone, just sell it in cash." Like, wouldn't that be great?
Because wasn't he trying to sell it at the time?
No, eventually, like a few months later, but
Right.
he goes to sell it. He's like, "No, actually, your brother sold."
My mom would be so horrified if someone walked into her house when she wasn't ready and was accidentally selling it, not because the person would
Yeah.
have, walked into her house, but because it would have looked like, oh my God, you thought I was trying to sell this house with the shape that it's in? Has that ever happened to you where someone thinks something about you and you go, you think I would wear this to...
Oh yeah,
Like when I met Larry David for the first time, or almost did, we walked backstage at the Bill Maher show in Hawaii. And I got there late because I was whale watching with Chris. And we got there to the theater late. And I was in whale watching attire, just like shorts and like wet hair. And I hadn't had time I was going to get done up in my makeup room. And Bill was like escorting me to go meet Larry. And I'm like, no, because I think I said this on the podcast. He's going to think that this is what I wore to the show. Even seeing Bill, I was like, as soon as I saw Bill, I'm like, I hope you don't think this is what I think I'm going to wear tonight on stage. But the idea that someone might think that about you accidentally, has that ever happened? That's happened to me so many
But
times where I'm
here's the
like,
thing.
oh my God, or they go, oh my God, Nikki, I thought you were saying this. And I'm like, you thought I would ever say something like that? What do you think of me?
Here's the thing. What I usually learn in that moment is that all that shit that I built up in my head, like, oh, he's going to see this, me wearing this, or she's going to, the reaction you get from that person is usually almost the opposite of whatever. Larry David would probably see that and be like, I kind of respect the fact that she's just wearing this everyday thing. Like I
have to say, as a woman who judges people a lot for like things like that.
Yeah.
Like if a girl came to a show and was dressed like that at a theater show where she wasn't the main event and she's opening for someone who's wearing a suit, I would go, what the fuck is she doing? And I know Bill Maher 100%. I saw his face and he was just like, and I go, Bill, don't worry, I'm not wearing
I get
this.
that. That's like a,
I understand though.
How
Usually
is this
though,
different than the collared shirt?
Woo! Shots fired.
Great, great
No shots
question,
are being
Noah.
fired.
Okay.
I feel like shots were
Okay.
fired, but I will say
I'm only doing it
This is
because you like it.
it's a
You
great.
like
No,
this.
it's a great. I love debate. I
No,
would
you
say,
don't.
Are you kidding me?
Nikki is a great debater.
Dude, fuck you.
I love debate.
I love baiting.
Okay, so this is different because when you dress up for, people are paying $75 to $100 and something for a ticket. It was New Year's Eve.
People are paying $200 to play that golf course.
This was a driving range I'm talking about. I understand. I
Next
would
to
maybe have a little bit more leniency if it was on the course, but at the same time, my performance.
Sorry, I interrupted. I didn't mean to interrupt, but go ahead.
No. When you're performing, I find that obviously, here's the difference.
Okay.
This is not required. My outfit, I could wear whatever I want. Bill would not yell at me
but
about it. The theater would say you
You
can't
said he gave
perform
you a
here.
look, though. A look that said, hey, what the fuck are you thinking?
I'm saying that if I wore jeans on a golf course, you can give me all the looks you want, but I should still be able to play on the golf course. I shouldn't be barred from playing on it. Adam Sandler or John Caparulo can wear T-shirts on stage with sweatpants or whatever the hell they want. You can wear Lululemons to a theater show.
I get that.
And
But are you going to get booked again by Bill Maher if you show up in fucking sweatpants and a tank top with no makeup?
That's up to him. That's not a club rule. That's a
But that's a Bill Maher
personal
rule.
thing.
But that's like but it's like a rule that's understood that you don't dress shitty when other people are going to be wearing suits.
A collared shirt. A collared shirt doesn't. I can understand I didn't look shitty because of my shirt. I looked shitty because of everything else I was wearing. I can understand if they're like, you're dressed kind of like a. It's just like we were.
I just got a vision of you showing up at the golf course with
In a ball gown.
No, just a collared shirt and no pants and no underwear, and be like, "Is
that's
this
a-
what you want?"
That's
That'll
a
show 'em.
great prank.
yeah, that's a prank.
Do it before you leave.
I will say that I just think that it's showing. I guess it is kind of similar in showing respect to the people that are playing around you. But I just have to say that I could go on stage in anything and people would still like it because it's comedy. But it's because I want to.
But would you argue, though, that to be dressed up to perform was essentially, at the beginning of performing, a way to keep out poor people from performing? Like the idea of, like, putting on fancy clothes to perform for other rich people. You know what I mean? Like, that could afford a ticket that's $75. So it's kind of, it's not completely different.
I mean, money itself is meant to keep out poor people.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So, like, at what point does, like, the whole collared shirt, that's just a idea for every fucking thing that we deal with in America, and, like, how things are set up based off history and, like, what you can
I guess
wear
I just
and what you
resent
can't.
golf so much because it's white men.
Yeah.
And I like white men, clearly. I've dated many of them. It's just, there's something
Hey,
inherent
don't forget
about
Tiger
it.
Woods. No, I'm just kidding.
Right,
That's what the
right.
people would
They're
say.
like, see, we're not Obama. Let's go to break and come back with why do I care? But that was a good point, Noah. And I will say that I might be a hypocrite here.
I like when Noah goes after you that one time.
Man, she went after me. And you know what? Her job's on the line now. Her job is on the line.
Am I getting the news back?
No. Well, okay. It's back, Noah. You got your job back. We'll take a quick break and go back with why do I care?
Okay.
Why do I care? Why do I care? All right, Noah.
All right, let's see if you care about this. Oh, you're definitely going to care about this, I think.
Ooh.
The Bachelor contestant, Daria Rose, spent $4,400 on wardrobe only to be eliminated on night one.
Is she asking for compensation?
Get you return it?
She's just pointing out, she bought a bunch of outfits to try to highlight all these different designers, hoping she'd make it on the show. She also says she blew through $800 on recommended packing items like some random tops, jeans, athleisure, and pajamas, as well as hair care tools and makeup, which totaled about $1,000 in itself.
I love that she is saying this because, this is the price of being a woman on TV. And if you have to dress yourself for these things. I was astonished when I went on The Bachelorette as just a guest of the guests, celebrity guest. I was a guest of Amy Schumer's on one episode, and the first thing I asked them was, do the women dress themselves? Do they have a wardrobe? Do they do their own hair and makeup? Unless you're the lead, you're dressing yourself. You're bringing all your own things, which
that's a lot of outfits.
Minimum, it's going to be $6,000 to get a whole new wardrobe of crisp looking things. No one is dressed poorly on The Bachelorette, and you got to wear always cute little tiny tops, and you always have to wear something different. If I had to buy my own wardrobe on this Perfect Strangers too, I mean, I wouldn't do the gig. It would be
you'd be losing
ridiculous.
Money.
Yeah.
So
it's
I guess
so
there
much
should
money
be
to be a woman
there's
on
got to be a
TV.
stipend for these people. There needs to be. Like even
But
Perfect
the thing
Strangers
is,
too.
They'll say, then don't do the show. We'll just get someone whose dad will give them $5,000 to come on the show. There's always someone who will do it for cheaper. That's the problem with, that's why I think we need unions, is because otherwise someone will always undercut.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but this goes back. I mean, it still keeps going back to the collared shirt. Like a certain amount of money, like you're gonna look better if you have more money. You have more access to fucking things. You're possibly gonna win the show more because you have more money
and you look cuter and you know how to do your makeup better because you have better products. And it comes down to
you know what
money.
I think you should do?
Huh?
If you're a hot girl or a hot guy, you wear the same thing every fucking day.
They won't let you on the show. They wouldn't do it. They would then go, okay, well, we need to go get her something. And they would throw you in something from last season that someone had. You've been on Perfect Strangers too.
Yeah.
You are not repeating outfits. And you know what I say? Why can't I wear the same boots twice? Yes, I wear the same shoes a lot on Perfect Strangers too because I don't have a lot of shots with my feet in it because, they're doing the Lord's work here. They know what they're doing.
They don't want it to
They
be a
crop those
horror
out.
film.
And so, but but Kate Middleton often wears the same things over and over. Like
Steve Jobs.
Normal girls wear, I just read that H&M, it had there was some astronomical number of items that they made last year to buy. It was something like 3.5 million or something insane. And they're now trying to be doing ethical fashion, but they're really on point to double those. It's like,
no, but what do you mean though? They bought the same.
They did a thing where if you turn in your jeans, they're gonna remake them into other jeans. And it was just bullshit. It's called what is it called when companies pretend to be eco-friendly because it's a trend?
America?
It's called greenwashing.
Oh, greenwash.
Yeah, where they'll
Marketing.
put green on a packaging, or they'll just say it's
I love
they'll
that.
put a little bunny that's smiling, and you're like, oh, this must they must pet bunnies to make this.
Yeah, for every $30,000 you spend at Gucci, we're gonna give a Snickers bar to a person in Africa.
Yep.
It's like what?
Yep.
How's that even connect?
Yeah.
Stop it.
It's and you know what? African children don't want to wear any more Tom's shoes.
No,
Stop
they'd
buying
rather
those
go barefoot.
pretending like you're helping them. There are some companies that actually do great stuff, but you have to really vet them through.
I'm sure there's Africans that get Tom's shoes and they're like, I'm good. These are disgusting.
Yeah. Or
Also, my feet are better shoes than this. His shoes are made out of fucking dental floss. They suck. Fuck you, Tom.
love top shoes.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
You know, I bet they would want Crocs. I hear Crocs are so comfortable. I've never worn them though.
I just love the name of Crocs.
People love Crocs, so I would feel like your feet would get so sweaty in them. But people really love them.
That's when you know.
And
Like
they
my dad
seem
wears
so
Crocs.
comfortable.
Crocs are cool for like young, hip people that are trying to look like I don't give a fuck, and then really old people. But
Someone
I'm
said
41.
that
I can't.
Birkenstocks are the same as Crocs in terms of comfort. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. People are always like, Birkenstocks are the most comfortable. And I'm like,
I just
they're
thought of a great idea.
what?
Birkin Crocs,
Birkin Crocs.
where you have
they kind of have
the
that
same
actually.
material. Oh shit!
It's the same material, but it's Birkenstock,
Yeah.
and I have them, and I've been wearing them for like 2 years straight.
I bet those would be comfy. Birkenstocks themselves, I get they're comfy. I used to wear them in high school, but they're nowhere near what Crocs are like walking on a gymnasium floor. Like they're the
Post
same.
Malone
They're made
made
out of the
them
same fabric I used to pull out from under my parents' bed to sleep on their floor in 8th grade. A gymnastics mat.
Yeah.
Oh, the saddest
I love how you got there
gymnastics
from like
mat.
a yoga mat to my parents.
I mean, it reminds me of that same kind of. I used to just the saddest chug of this blue thing that I used to go, and it's like one that you could do a back handspring on and just fold it out and set up my
Oh
pillow.
yeah, that mat. Ugh.
I loved it.
I
That
hate
was like
that
my
mat
bed
because
for
they're
so
too
many
light
years.
to like stay on exactly where you want on the ground.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like the padded mat. Is that what you're talking about?
We were talking to a girl last night. I remember sleeping on that mat in 8th grade and thinking about Titanic because I had just seen it like that weekend, and I could not sleep because I was just obsessed with Titanic. I couldn't believe the scale of it, the magnitude. And oddly enough, the girl we were with dinner last night, Woo, who you get surprised is Asian every time she takes off her mask,
Yeah.
which is a hilarious bit.
It's wild.
She had also, her parents wouldn't let her see Titanic or Lion King, which are the two movies as a child that I was most affected by. Lion King, I couldn't believe how like beautiful it was, and that something could be made. And Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park was.
I
big.
did the same thing Laura Dern does in the car, where she takes off her glasses when she looks at the brontosauruses for the first time, and she like raises up out of the Jeep. I did that in the movie theater while watching Laura Dern take off her glasses and look at the brontosaurus. Okay, we got to get to the top one, bottom one. Today's category for top one, bottom one is
Beach activities.
beach activities.
Oh, wow.
We're at the beach. We're about to leave the beach tomorrow.
How Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Back to 40-degree weather.
I can't freaking wait.
Part of me can't
No
wait. Part of me
offense,
is like
Cabo, but I'm ready to go.
shots.
Gobo.
Shots.
Shots fired. I will shoot some. You know what I want to say, and I realized last night. I realized that I learned French in high school and college, and that's the one that I have the best foundation for. And if I went to France, I would feel very insecure about speaking my bad French because the French are snobs and they wouldn't like. I always think that someone else, because I started out with French, which all French people are like, don't even try. Like, you are sad American. We don't want to hear that. And they start speaking English to you. When I've gone to Montreal, like, when you try to speak French, they're just like, no, cut it out.
I feel like Montreal.
But here,
yeah.
they're Spanish-speaking people, they're much more friendly.
I would say
French.
though, I would say Montreal is different than France in the sense that everyone probably is bilingual there because
Right,
it's
but
an
they still
English-speaking-
don't want to hear you try. They're just like, cut the shit. Let's just talk English.
No, but my point is their English is probably better than people that actually live in
I understand
France.
it, but there is something to letting someone try their new language out and just, humoring them, which here they let you do that when you're trying to speak Spanish. And I wish that I had chosen a language where the people who speak it are more forgiving of those who aren't perfect at it. And I think that is a realization I had yesterday about Mexico. The people here are really nice and like
They're the best.
happy to accommodate your like the fact that you don't understand their culture, and they're just sweet. But maybe it's because I'm staying at a hotel where everyone has to put their hand on their heart and bow when they say hello
But you
to
don't
me,
like
which
being
is
treated
so
like
dumb.
that.
I hate it.
No, I know.
I really do. I'm like, get your hand off your heart. You don't need to. I'm not.
Yeah, put two hands on your heart. One? Are you kidding me?
Get on your knees.
Get on your knees and carry
Kiss
me.
my toe ring. Okay.
We're toe ring? Okay, anyway.
Beach activities. What's your least favorite beach activity, Andrew?
Just laying there.
Just laying there.
I fucking don't understand how people just like, well, just get 2 towels and just lay there and
What
bake in
about
the sun.
sleeping?
I don't mind sleeping, I guess.
But just laying there with your thoughts or listening to music?
Just fucking. I gotta get I have to have a ball. I mean, I'll get to my top one, but it's not a ball. Might be.
Wait, you hate the wind too?
Not a big. If it's a windy beach, just laying there
Yeah.
with sand getting on you. Fuck that. No, I like a pool by the beach, but just laying there, I just don't like that. I don't like people that are just like, we're just gonna lay there and fucking talk about fucking, I don't know, fucking shit.
That's my
You could just
favorite.
Yeah, you can just lay and talk though. You can just hang out and talk.
Ugh, it's for the
Men
birds.
hate talking.
Yeah, we like throwing things.
Right. Okay. My least favorite activity is throwing things. Throwing anything. Doing any
ball?
kind of sport. Yeah. Oh, paddle. Any kind of paddle thing.
Oh, I love
anything
a
where the
paddle.
sun is in your eyes. I like a frisbee. That to me isn't the same.
Nah, beach is usually too windy for a frisbee.
I love a frizz. I love, body surfing, things like that. I don't want to throw a ball. I just don't want like men just kicking sand up so they can like run and like grab a ball fast and they just like kick a thing of sand in your face and like. Oh, I also don't like dogs like rolling around and being like sandy and wet and like. Just
I love
dogs
that.
off leash that come up to you and are like and like get sand all over you and you're just like, well, I don't like your dog as much as you like your dog. I do like watching
I love
dogs
watching
have fun.
a dog on a beach though. It's just like
I don't want that dog.
mesmerizing. Nowhere near you.
Yeah, like damp, wet, sandy dogs getting near me.
So
if
bring
I'm
a little
not damp,
fence for you.
no, I mean I love dogs. I don't want to be Cruella de Vil here, but like just like a slobbery dog, and people aren't like that aware that you don't love it as much as they do.
Here's the thing: sand and like wet on a long hair dog. It's not a good look.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Any kind of like volleyball, any sport. I'm just gonna say sports are my least favorite. Noah, what's your least favorite?
Least favorite is seeing people doing like the hand gliding. You know, where they just hold on to that like sail.
Kite surfing. Kite surfing. A windboard. Windsurfing.
Like the one that's not attached to anything, where people just kind of go, like they jump off a cliff and they just go with it.
Oh.
I don't know. What
Yeah,
you're
no, that's
talking
like
about.
no. There's like a new thing where people are like holding, and like what's that called? Hang gliding.
What about the
Hand
thing where
gliding.
people
Is that
are
really a beach thing though? Is that a beach thing?
Sure.
That's such a fun.
I'm thinking of things that you see in your Spanish notebook of like activities at the beach, and there's like a whole kind of
It's an excursion for sure.
you see different things.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think it's just a funny thing
What about
that's her
those things
bottom
that-
is just seeing that.
that make you look like the Rocket Man, where you have like those like
Parasailing?
jets. No, like you have a
the
fighter
jet guy.
like
Yeah,
a
where the-
jetpack hooked up to your back, and you go like whoosh, and you like fly out of it.
Ugh. Keh.
Gross. Keh.
Okay.
Also, I love jet skiing, but like
Yeah, I don't
stop
like
being
jet skiing.
cool with it.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
What?
Anytime
many
there are
bottoms-
speedboats that go
Yeah.
so fast that the front starts coming up, like too fast of speedboats. I don't want to. It's too fast. It scares me so much. Oh my god!
Especially
I'm
when it's
getting,
like close to people.
I'm getting
Get
nervous
outta
just
here.
thinking about those boats just like raising up, and I think the wind's gonna catch them, and they're gonna go backwards. Oh, I don't like that.
But one would hope.
No, I don't want to see anyone hurt.
Oh,
Okay, let's do favorite activities.
surfing.
Surfing. Okay.
It's either throwing a football or surfing, or catching a football while surfing.
Okay.
I love throwing a football. I like paddle. Someone taught me some Brazilian kind of paddle thing when we were in San Diego that I played, which is actually like a faster version and the ball's a little heavier, which is actually more fun because then the wind doesn't fuck with it. I forget what it's called, but yeah, surfing. I like surfing. I know you don't see me surf that much, and I haven't surfed
No, I don't
here
ski
once.
that much, but I love skiing the most.
I don't like
You
surfing
know,
where you have
it's
to put a
one of those
wetsuit
things.
on though either.
Okay.
I
Why?
like
That
Florida
boogie
surf.
boarding.
It's all right.
I like a boogie boarding, but you almost like you risk getting fucking hit in the face with it, and it's
Dude,
just
I
like
almost died boogie boarding.
just too scared of sharks. I gotta be honest. Like I know that's not a real fear. Like if I'm scuba diving out in the water and there's sharks, I'll jump in with them. I'm just scared of things that I don't plan for. And I don't like how you have to shuffle along the bottom because stingrays, you might step on a stingray. That scares me. But if there's a bunch of stingrays that you're going to see, I'll jump in with them. It's weird.
I'm like the complete
I
opposite.
don't want the unknown.
Yeah, I love not knowing.
I feel like mine is a better way to be because
I don't know if it's a competition.
But I'm just
I
trying to,
win.
which
I won.
logically is a better one
Oh.
to be more scared of?
I don't know. Let's do a poll.
No,
Why not?
because it's a try to explain that poll. Would you rather? Oh, are you more scared of the unknown or known?
Yeah.
I can't
regards
believe
to the
someone
water.
would be more scared of the
In
known.
regards to the beach.
But
I love
I just
surfing.
cannot relate to that fear.
Surfing to me is just, I don't know, one of the best fucking sports ever. Like you
No,
get in
you're
good
not
shape.
alone. People love it.
You get in shape.
I would
You're
love
one
it
with
too
the water,
if
like
I
all
didn't
that
have
shit.
to be out
It's-
there by myself waiting, and like that's to me shark times.
My stepbrother got bit by a shark. Did I say that on
I
here
think
before?
so. He
Oh,
got
yeah.
tasted by one because that's
Yeah.
what sharks do. They taste
'Cause
you
it's
and
a-
then they go, "Ah,
Yeah.
gross."
Went right back out. Put some super glue in it. What a badass.
Really?
That's how you.
My dad's obsessed with healing things with super glue. Obsessed. Any kind of cut you get.
Cancer, super glue.
Honestly, it's like he's like that fucking dad in
With Windex.
The
Yeah, yeah.
Greek movie. My super
him to the
Greek
Greek.
wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. He loves super glue and wounds. It does kind of work and it's kind of cool. Man, that's a way to heal warts that I'm obsessed with. You put super glue on them and then you put something on top to just only stick that part and then you rip it off and it just rips out just the wart. I would love to do that.
Okay, so what's your top beach activity?
Okay, my favorite beach activity is leaving. When you finally get to leave. Honestly, I know that sounds like I'm just
No,
making a joke.
I'm not.
But like when you saw, because I'm never the first person to say it because I feel like I'm always wanting to leave as soon as I get there. I just love when other people are like, "We're good," and then you get to just pack up your things and trudge out. And
Yeah.
you feel accomplished, like you did something. No, honestly, my favorite beach activity, without question, is watching whales. I've never been at a beach where there were whales out until here. And that you could just see, and that's my favorite thing is just watching whales flip around. That is the coolest fucking thing I've ever
You should
done.
see me surf. Same shit. Come on, I'm fat. Just playing.
All right,
Just kidding. I mean,
Noah,
playing kid.
least favorite beach activity.
You're both
Wait,
not going to like
favorite.
this. Both of
Oh,
you are going
God.
to hate this.
Oh no.
Sunday.
Laying
Bathing.
out. Okay. I
We
don't-
hate it for different reasons, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't. I don't hate it for the sun. I
I
just
don't
hate it for
mind-
the just laying there. But yeah,
Laying out though. I don't like it obviously for the sun, but I also feel like you can't read a book because the sun is so bright. You can't look at your phone because the sun is so bright. If you put on a song to change the song, you have to look at your phone. Like it's just not. The sun is too bright, so it's all about the sun. What do you love about laying out?
So I don't keep my phone out because it gets overheated in the sun. So I like just
Yes.
the nothingness. And I always put a towel over my head so that my face doesn't get the sun. But it just feels like I'm in a sauna and it's very relaxing to me. So
Yeah, and you could just like think. You know,
Yeah.
like it's rare where you just think. And you know what's kind of cool about when you do have a towel over your head and the sun is out, you see floaters in your eyes and you can kind of watch those and follow those. I saw a really hilarious meme
dude, I
the other day.
used to have insane floaters. Where I
Really?
thought I had like brain cancer.
I
Like,
can
couldn't-
see some right now.
Really?
I have probably 30 floaters right now. I'm not
No.
joking. I'm not joking you. I have so many floaters right now. It's just I live with them. There's one
What
right here,
the
right
fuck?
here.
I live with them too.
I have so
Do you
many
see
floaters.
colors?
I didn't see them until I started. No. Everything's in black and
Light
white. I'm like a
eyes
dog.
tend to happen. You never see like a blotch of red or a blotch of blue or something.
Final thought. No, I never see that.
Oh.
But I will say that
What do your floaters look like? Like
little
squigglies?
squigglies, like little microbes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you follow them, they move, and so you think that they're moving and they have a mind of their own, but they're really just following your eye moving and getting like flicked
As
around.
a hypochondriac, there's nothing more scary sometimes. Or when I first started to see them.
Really?
And I don't see them as bad anymore. Or maybe I just don't even notice them anymore.
Because I didn't notice them until I just go, oh, where are they? And now I can see one, too, right there. Like they're
I could see one.
they're everywhere. And I know someone's going to write me and be like, Nikki, you have cataracts or something, but I just have dirty contact lenses that constantly have shit in them. I have to get a new kind of lens. I wash them so hard, and they always have stuff in them.
I love your floaters are just dirty contacts. So funny.
And I think they are. That's probably what they are.
Clean your lens, lit Nikki.
But I did see a meme that made me laugh so hard where it was like, I'm never alone because I always got these guys with me. And it was a guy like,
Just with
it was just
floaters.
looking at like a sunset and it just had these little floaters. And it was like, you're never alone because of, and they were like little, they just look like little DNA strands or little like.
Sometimes I think also with when your eyes are drier, maybe you can see them more. I can't really, I haven't really noticed it as much anymore since I quit drinking. A lot of it was after a fucking weekend of drinking. I would see.
I wonder if I gave you my eyesight right now, how much you would freak out because they're everywhere, but I don't.
It doesn't help with this light here, too.
It doesn't. Yeah, there's a light.
If you
beaming
stare
your
at
eyes.
that and then.
Noah, do you have floaters?
Sometimes, and then
Yeah.
when you try to chase them, they just keep going to the side, and you can't really catch them.
Yes. Yeah, they always run away. I first noticed floaters when I was sunbathing when I was a kid or like trying to be like an adult, you know, and put a towel over my head and then you would just see them in the towel kind of. And they
I
would
love
visit you.
when there's like fireworks and stuff. Like I used to push on my eyes when I was a kid, and it would create like all these like trippy fireworks. things.
Yes. That just tells you, like when I do my migraine thing and I put things in my eyes, sometimes it'll like make
That's
it
what I'm
tells you
talking
that
about, those
your
colors,
eye
yeah.
is a
Oh, okay.
it's like that things that trigger you to see things are more like about something like light coming into your eye, like something penetrating it. Because to touch your eye, for that to shoot off a thing to see,
Wild.
it means that it's like physical. I don't know what it tells you, but it tells you something.
I'm sure you see it.
I do know that the coolest thing I learned in a psychology class, the only thing I remember, is that if you see, the reason why we get used to smells is because of evolution. Like to survive, if you are smelling something that's like really disgusting, you get used to it and can't smell it anymore, so that you can invite a new smell in that will protect you from whatever that is. So that's why people can't smell their own BO. That's why people get used to the smell of like anything, is because your body is like, okay, well, obviously this smell isn't a threat. You haven't died. So we're going to get used to it so that you can be in tune with new smells that might come in and threaten you. And it's the same way with every scent or with every sense, is that if you hear something over a long time that doesn't have any variation to it, you will stop hearing it. It will just become a part of
Like a white noise kind of thing, yeah.
But yeah, you'll stop hearing it. And then, but our eyes are constantly twitching so that we don't go, the thing that we're staring at doesn't disappear to invite new things, because our eyes do the same thing. That's why our eyes are constantly moving like this to recalibrate, to make things look new. And they've done studies where if you're able to lock an eye on, let's say, my guitar, and my eye's twitching like this right now and I don't know it. But if you ever stare at eyes, they're always twitching. And if they found a way to lock eyesight, and the guitar would disappear because it wants to make room for new things, much like our smell. Isn't that cool?
But you know what is interesting, though, to that note, is that things don't disappear, but you just, if they're not a threat, you just don't notice them. You ever like
They
look?
disappear to you, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, when I first got here, there's fucking cliffs, there's palm trees, there's whales, whatever it is. It's unbelievable.
You get
Like,
used to it.
And you're just like, oh.
I know.
And then literally a weekend, I don't even fucking see it. Like, I see it, but I don't fucking take it in at all.
I know. I remember living in
kinda
Colorado
sad.
and seeing like they have 300 days of sunshine in Boulder or Denver, you know, and it's just the mountains. Everything is so fucking beautiful. And just one day I just remember looking up and being like, oh my God, I live here? And being like, I've lived here 9 months on this campus and that has just been there? Like, what the fuck? And it was so beautiful.
You might have saw it on your first day and 9 months later. Isn't that crazy?
It reminds you of when men put on those glasses that their wives buy for them where they aren't colorblind anymore and they start crying. Because color and just the world around you is so beautiful. And I think that that's part of meditation, is like being present, being able to appreciate things in the moment, like as they are right now. Like being grateful I have hands, even though I feel fat today, or whatever it is. Like being grateful for the things you just take for granted.
Yeah.
Granted.
I mean, I do it all
I
the
always
time.
say granted.
Do you?
I always say granite. I go with the thing that I think it's not, and I always choose, because I want to go with the right thing. So granted always comes naturally to me. So I go, no, don't go with the one that comes naturally to you because that's wrong. So I go with granite.
I do that with every word.
Off-putting. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to the pod today. That's enough for us. Sorry I was in a mood today, but
You weren't at all.
I feel like people are going to be like, oh, you get on your high horse about collared shirts. It's going to be something that someone
But we
like
fired
uses.
shots at you. It's fine.
No, I
did.
stopped.
I
I,
took the
stopped writing that Tumblr. No.
Tumblr?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Hey,
I am
talk
who I
about
am.
Tumblr taking out the U. Shout out.
What do you mean?
Tumblr is spelled exactly how I would fucking
Tumblr.
say it.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out.
No, you would say tumbular.
I would throw a U in there?
Yeah, you
Burgular.
like hard U's.
No, but I'm saying it took some words out, like regular.
Yeah, it makes you. Oh,
I take them out, I put them in.
no, regular and regular take the same amount of time to say.
Find out tomorrow, guys.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Don't be called there. And Jack Nicholson.
Nicholson. Shit. Fucking, you really. That was
I got
quick.
you. I got you.